Are we live? I think we're live. We're live. Oh my God. It's always hard to start the stream. Then it just gets progressively easier. We'll wait to see who comes in. And then we'll start everything. We got a lot. Well, not a lot. We got a few things going on. Today I decided to do something different and play Hoi 4 again. Yo, hi someone. Always glad to see you. But as I was saying, how are you? I'm doing great. I just woke up and I ate a muffin and I'm drinking some like special brew coffee. Yeah, it's pretty good. What else? I got it set up. No, I did get. What am I talking about? I'm always trying to get my camera set up. When I look over here, when you see my VTuber model, that means I'm looking at chat. And I'm like trial erroring what works, like what games work best with my VTuber and like my PC, so it doesn't just eat all the resources. Hopefully volume's good. How are you doing, someone? Hopefully you're doing great today. A lot happened while I was not taking a break, but being lazy. I'll be honest. Um, what should I call it? Things were bombed, people were attacked, countries were attacked. The volume is good. Good. I'm always scared that the volume is like all janky. And I don't like that. And what do you call it? What are we doing today? We are looking at stupid drama on the internet and maybe some spooky videos. It depends. I'm trying to like curate my feed to get like more scary videos, or quote unquote scary videos. Nothing really scares me now, but I just like to see ghost videos. Okay, well we'll start we'll start with a a glorious big brain tweet by this guy. Okay, to give you context, I saw this earlier. I responded to it because it annoyed me so much. This guy, Tommy in it, big Minecraft creator, or used to be. I don't know if he does Minecraft anymore. I don't watch his content. Which was apparently making a video where he uses AI to like ask him questions, and then he's like, "I am genuinely sorry." Oh, he's British, by the way, so I'm gonna try and doing it in British accent. "I'm sorry, everyone. I genuinely did not know about negative impacts of AI had on the environment. I had no intention to promote any of that on my audience." And then I'm just like, it annoyed me because nobody cares. If you're a legitimate creator, nobody cares about AI unless you're like commissioning artists or like the artists themselves care about AI. But he's making it such a big deal to his audience and like basically bending over and letting them like clap his cheeks just so he holds on to like any relevant um like clout he has from his Minecraft days, because that's literally the only fans that follow him anymore. What is this create? No, I don't want to create a collaboration government. Why is that even a thing? Where can I even do that? Kingdom of War. No. I want to keep all my Pacific holdings. They like me. But as I was saying, he basically bent over backwards and deleted a video he was working on, and now everyone's just roasting the shit out of him, like a good little slug. Let me see if I can actually find him. It'd be funny if he like just blocked me out of nowhere. Let me see if I can find it. I found it. I found it. Spineless, stupid kid. Just say you like dick in your ass. Because it's true. That's basically what he's doing. He's letting everyone just like throw him around when he is the creator. Nobody cares except he's a meaningless audience. You know what? Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can go to his channel. See, I don't want to hear anything. Oh, he's in the U.S. Great. Okay, let's see how good his channel has been ever since he stopped doing Minecraft. Oh, okay, that's like a 1. Okay, that it's doing all right. Making fun of Dream, of course. When was the last time he was relevant? Years. Okay, so here we go. Millions of views. Back when he was doing content with everyone else. Hadn't backstabbed anyone. And you start going up. Oh, still views. He's still making content everyone wants to watch. Technoblade, of course. It starts maybe going down. Nope. Where? There we go. I finally found the dip. This might be around where all the drama started. And you can see his viewership where he stops doing videos with Dream or the other people on the Dream SMP. And it just falls. Oh, no. A few ups and downs, of course. That average YouTuber. But you could see how he's fallen off, basically. I'm scared. Please don't be anything bad. I gotta, like, scroll. Scroll slowly. Eating tacos with ads. Okay, that's cool. Scroll. Why would you do that? NMP discusses marriage on his Discord. Thinks there's no reason to do it? Okay, I don't care. Womp womp. What is this? Z-DaHunter Madani, newly elected NYC mayor nominee, was once asked what he wanted for the holidays at age 11. Who cares? This is a no, I know that artist. Slowly. Please, nothing. Okay, no, okay. We're done with Twitter right now. What are we doing? Let's start off because I want to play some Hoi 4 and watch videos. Okay. Annoying e-girl gets sued into poverty. Okay, so to give you context, let me see if my model's still keeping up. Okay. To give you context, there are these groups of people that were all in a group. If you've ever heard of a son, terrible person. Besides that, the people that follow him are like vultures that just pick up the scraps that he has. But they're also not smart at all. And if you can't hear the game, that's intentional, kinda. There's not really much to hear. It's just audio. We're not playing we're not playing Zenless, so it's not that bad. What the hell? What is this? I don't know what this does. And I've never seen. Oh, I'm playing modded. That's why. Let's do antagonizing the Emperor is foolish. Yes, do not antagonize Emperor Hirohito. That'd be very bad. But as I was saying, there are this group of people are just antagonize literally anyone they say. They lie about anyone who doesn't agree with them, and it's just annoying. Nobody likes them, but they just kept doing it because they thought it was good. It was all good and fun. They could get away with it. They do a bunch of stuff like calling Child Protective Services on this guy right here over like a false reason, basically like swatting, but for a family, like family and children. So that happens. He basically makes all these videos, and he makes a certain video he says a content nuke, which goes off. And what nobody had realized that he had planned is that he planned on everyone who was like big or mainstream, basically like any creator that was relevant, unlike them, to see it. And he was gonna catch the people who were like dogging on him and like harassing him in a trap where he would copyright sue them, because he knew they were so vain and vindictive that they would do anything to basically throw a wrench in his boat. Or no, that's not the right word. Throw rocks at him, and they did it. The main thing that caused them to get sued is that they said, "Oh, this is a market substitute. Watch this so he doesn't get money." You can't do that. That causes a copyright case to go off, which is not good for them because they're about to be sued into poverty. Hopefully, that was a concise overview over the past 2 weeks, maybe. I think it was like 2 weeks of drama that's been going on. And right now, this guy, WestJet, pretty cool. Annoying e-girl gets sued into poverty. This is this girl. Her name's Denims. Awful person. She laughs at everyone. She denies any unsightly activities happening in the Middle East that don't align with her views. Not a good person. Let me take a coffee break. I just spilled some coffee on me. Anyways, so that being said, let's get this video started. Hopefully the audio's going well.
Massive day for the unemployed. A
Yep.
Jewish man sues 3 women into poverty.
Okay. We're already starting off. Okay. The audio is good, hopefully, on the video. So let's see this. I'm stopping my calm music.
I'm suing these 3 creators. Is that frickin' Sam Hyde's friend, Azzy?
I can call him Azzy. You can't. You call him Asmongold.
It ain't looking hot for these gals. So bad that Denims is already starting to crowdfund and
Oh my god, okay.
deleting
To start off, Denims, this girl,
gals. So bad
she
that
started a crowdfunding campaign like a month ago over like the same over the same reason. Something's happening. Oh, it's autosaving, never mind. Over a reason it's like, I'm gonna sue this guy. He is harassing me. That didn't work out. She ended up like giving up and then saying she won. Okay, kind of a tactic of the people she supports. They do the same thing. Well, they'll throw a rock, get completely bitch slapped, and then claim that they won after everything is settled. So now she's doing it again. And she's trying to raise $100,000. It's gonna take you more than $100,000 to sue Ethan, a multimillionaire. But everyone in the comments that I saw, they were all donating, with comments saying, "I hope Ethan gets the bag." And I thought it was very funny. He's gonna get the bag anyways, but the fact that they're donating just so that he gets money to spite her is funny.
starting a crowdfund and Frogan's out deleting VODs. So what happened?
Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney.
I like that.
Had too much fun with it. And you know he got the Jewish lawyer. Those guys are like pros. He got the O.J. Simpson lawyer. He's basically suing the bad, and the ugly for fair use.
The bad, and the ugly. It's true. She looks like Jabba the Hutt.
XQC and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak. Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail.
Okay, I do that kind of too. I do that kind of too. I can't speak. I do that too. The only difference is that, unlike Hassan, I actually stop the video to commentate on it as much as possible. To try making transformative, it's my reaction. So, I try to do that as best as possible. Carry on.
The same title so that they could cannibalize traffic from the original video.
These YouTube videos were not promised to these Twitch streamers. I like really
Wait, I know that reference. No! Ad! Why?
Introducing weight loss.
I don't
by
care
Hims.
about weight loss.
Personalized prescriptions, including GL.
An H3 schemed up.
It was promised me. Hold on, let me rewind it.
Not promised to these Twitch streamers.
The not promised to these Twitch streamers, if you don't get it, is like the meme where whatchamacallit? Where it says Jewish people were promised this and this 4,000 years ago. That's basically the gist of it. So yeah. Oh yeah, Ethan is Jewish, so they're attacking him on that too. Which I don't know how that flies by.
So then H3 schemed up a devious plot to gotcha.
A devious
What
lick.
if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published. I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary,
Yep.
react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. I captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now the thing is, there were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement.
Critics say he entrapped
Trapped.
them, but that is not.
Oh, is he gonna go over it?
For example,
Okay, entrapment doesn't work. Entrapment, from what I've read, only works for law enforcement, and this is a civil suit, so it doesn't matter. They're cooked. If he was a cop and he was quote unquote entrapping them, maybe, sure. But this right here doesn't work. Look at her. She's not even reacting.
silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership.
She's like a
working
static
directly with
cardboard
subreddit
cutout.
moderators to siphon views, and their intentions.
Ooh. This right here, this is bad. This is basically like a hate Reddit, where people do anything in their power, super unemployed, to basically harass other people they don't like. And right here, this is basically they're just linking people to watch, so they don't watch Ethan's video, or quote unquote give him money, which, as you'll see, is not going to end out well because these people are completely mentally stunted.
Couldn't be clearer.
The fact that there's a Reddit with 40,000 people just
Yeah, it's a lot of
roasting this guy
haters.
and criticizing his podcast is insane.
Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our.
Oh wait, I didn't even notice that. Hold on. That's super important. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub. Mind you, these are the same people. Let me see if my VTuber is still up. These are the same people that basically swatted Ethan and his family. So the fact that they're openly saying on that post, here are the people who have supported us, or what is it? Or engaged with it directly by citing our post. That is so bad. I didn't even notice that. I wonder if anyone else noticed that they just blatantly say, oh yeah, here are the people who like us harassing people who don't agree with us. Oh my god. Let's continue.
Critique of H3. Here they're offering these streamers as market
Ugh.
substitutes.
Dude,
for my
all
work. This is the cardinal sin.
all these like names look buns as hell. Central Committee Mike from PA, North Star Radio, Comrade Casey. Oh my god. Communism is terrible. The fact that you would try and name yourself Comrade Casey is just insane. Sean the Black, that guy's annoying. Casey Tron, I never even heard of her before this. Do Not Worry podcast. Everyone has a podcast these days. And you wanna know what they do? They don't worry about this guy. Sorry, my friends arrived. I swear, every time you stream, I have someone. Dude, that's fine. Touch grass. Hanging out with people is like one of the best things you can do. I know when I do it with my friends, I feel so much better. So yeah, do that. It's fine. I'm just here Bing chilling for 2 hours. What was it saying? Uninformed leftists. I feel like if you're watching someone that admits they're uninformed in what they're talking about, especially political leaning, you shouldn't watch them. Like that should just be like a rule of thumb.
Of copyright infringement.
I don't care if you love or hate the guy. Is he wrong? Watching his video without showing support is literally copyright, no?
It's one
Yes.
thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement. But how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
Easy.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video,
That
follow, subscribe, throw a prime. If you
and
like-
this is how she got sued. You cannot be saying that and then expect not to get anything from it.
like the content, if you enjoyed your time here,
You can almost feel the goldfish floating around in his head.
There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damage.
Yo,
and attorney
Death Note. I finally watched Death Note a couple weeks ago, and it was great. I liked it. So now I understand where a bunch of the sound effects come from.
fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now. I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress.
Yo, let's go.
Some of you guys out there sweating?
Yeah, you got me sweating. My chair's got a serious case of swamp ass now.
What the hell?
Predicting an internet leftist behavior is easier than predicting if boss man Jack gambled today. Nevertheless, they were actually upset that he was apparently suing just women and Arabs. I shoot off.
Women and Arabs. Okay. If you want to know how that doesn't make any sense, because if you're, it's like saying you're in an area with like a more like, how should I say this? It's like saying you shouldn't enforce the law because there's only like a certain group of people around. That makes no sense. Just because they're Arab doesn't mean it's hate. It's just a coincidence that they just happen to be it, and they also happen to commit copyright. That doesn't save you just because you're like a certain race or something from being prosecuted or had the law handled to you just because you're belong to a specific race. That's the dumbest defense I've heard.
You know, and to all the detractors who are saying that I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright infringement, I just have this to say.
We do not care.
I don't care.
I like that.
W.
I wish more people did
The state
that.
of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a
Today we gotta talk about.
Oh my god. I should buy YouTube Premium
Might be the
to just
most
get these
frequently got-
ads off my screen.
camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream, my
Yeah, you
fear is
can't do that.
Sony or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent that could endanger our entire field.
He's not even suing Hassan, and Hassan is half the video. And honestly, I think his hate boner's a bit warranted. Hassan's a dude pretending to be some kind of socialist when his literal job is making Jeff Bezos.
Oh,
richer.
that's also this is my thinking. Why he didn't sue Hassan. He either didn't have enough evidence of copyright infringement, or he just he might say it in the video. He didn't cause the specific criteria to commit copyright infringement. That's probably why he didn't sue it. He probably wanted to sue Hassan. He just wasn't able to. And then these girls are the only targets that were dumb enough to admit that they were infringing on someone's copyright. Okay. Ooh.
Job is making
Okay.
Jeff Bezos richer.
Communism and anarchism are some of the dumbest political ideologies ever. Let me show you communism. You really want this guy leading your country? 25 million people dead by man-made starvation? We got, wait, what do we got? Mao Zedong. 100 million people dead, I think? Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I can't remember the statistics. killed a lot. Oh, we don't have Pol Pot yet. Pol Pot hasn't existed. But you get my point. Communism isn't a good thing. Anarchism isn't good either. You're basically advocating for no law or rules to govern you. You know how bad that could go? Like, instantly? I don't think people think. I think they just want to be part of, like, some cool like, mainstream culture. Which is the worst way to live. It sounds miserable.
Job of the Pizza Hut literally.
Job of the Pizza Hut.
His freaking video playing.
What happened?
And Denim's the queen of self-owning. And my god, is she the queen of that.
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
What the hell does that mean?
Bro, I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro?
Hassan's making a.
That just sounds like a troll, like your average level 1 troll. That doesn't sound like anyone's fan. That could be from any fandom.
$1 million a year and she has to set up a defense fund. Like, I would fund my homie, you know what I mean? He should have just sold his Gucci bag to help her.
He never said Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean,
To make matters worse for this Denims person, they actually crowdfunded a lawsuit against
Yep.
Ethan and then pulled out and refunded their whole GoFundMe. Even Carl Jobs commented on this situation. For anyone
Why is he
wondering,
commenting?
H3's lawsuit against the 3 streamers is not subject to anti-slap. Copyright infringement is not a protected activity under the Constitution. Pretty sure a copyright lawsuit is much more serious than the defamation one. Anyway, next
Yes.
up, Ethan went after Casey Tron.
She
Oh my
smoked
god.
More than she spoke. Casey Tron smokes 42 times during her
Her brain is probably not brain rotted, but just melted the shit. She smokes so much. I don't know how her lungs haven't just collapsed under the amount of irritants and inhalants she's been, like, puffing.
Spent more time smoking watching his video than actually providing any commentary.
Oh, let me see my VTuber. Okay, my VTuber's still good.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
What did she do? She's spooking a bag! She's huffing a bag!
Apparently she was so high she didn't even know what was going on, and all of her commentary was pretty much this.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow.
I've lost the plot.
Even the most copium-fueled stoner will tell you that smoking 42 times within like an hour or two is not good for you. The judge reading this one's gonna have a doozy.
And as
He's
Dom
gonna
said
laugh his
that
ass
day,
off.
This is the part that really got her sued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. Without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein.
I feel like
Yep,
low-key, they're
you
kinda
cooked.
stupid. They're just straight up admitting to it.
What the f is going on here?
You know, I can't not feel bad for her. You know, I'm a villain, not a monster. She needs kind of like serious help. And
She needs
finally,
like the whatchamacallit, Smoking Anonymous, but I don't think that's gonna be enough to dig her out the hole she's living in right now. Jesus Christ! How do you smoke 43 times within one singular hour without just like falling over and croaking? I feel like, oh my god, maybe is it just because I don't smoke? I don't like smoking. I don't like any of that. Do I just not get it? Do I have to be in? My god.
Last for last, Frogan.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry. That was a flying star. It almost got me.
She got nominated for Rising Star Award twice.
Who would
Only
nominate her?
is her blood sugar.
Oh my
She
god.
got nominated
Hold
for
on, I
Rising
need.
Star Award twice. The only thing Rising
Oh my god, she's staring directly into my soul. I don't like that.
is her blood sugar.
Reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up to leave, the video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative?
Wait, she can run? Hold on.
Getting up to leave, the reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up to leave, the video running as she steps
Oh,
out
okay,
of the
no. I thought he said she went left running. I'm like, I don't think she can run. I'm gonna be honest.
room. Is that transformative? I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the new nuke ethically. Hell yeah." Huh. Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
I don't have anything to say. Dude, because he's cycling the same points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating?
Maybe if you actually watched the video and listened instead of listening, like, you're listening, but you're not understanding the video. Maybe if you spent more time doing that instead of whining, you'd have better commentary. Even then, your commentary is kind of bland. I've seen some of her clips. Dear God, it's just like drool. It's just drool. Yeah, for you to enjoy her content is like the same experience as being lobotomized live. You're just like,
The same fucking points for the whole first hour and 30-hour.
Oh, I forgot. She also said, "Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing."
No, come on.
Rogan, although I don't advise it.
3H3 is getting kind of funny again, you know what I mean? He's like reverse Greek God X. He got funnier after the way.
Oh my God. He used to be a chungus.
You just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right? Like you get up and you go to the bathroom. You just pause it. They should be watching for you. But if you get up and go to the
Exactly.
bathroom and they keep
Like when
watching-
I have to go use the bathroom whenever it's like an emergency, I just pause it. It's not that hard. Whoever's watching me can understand that. It just needs to be paused. It's literally that simple. I'm not even there to give my commentary. Why else would I be watching it?
my video, they're clearly not watching for you, right?
You shouldn't really be watching somebody else's video without providing ample commentary and, you know, pausing it.
As lazy and pathetic as her reaction is, this is not why she's getting sued.
This is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support.
Are you drowning in
Oh my
loan
God.
debt? Have you
No!
taken out
I don't go to
multiple
school.
loans and are unable to pay them back?
And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the nuke ethically? Hell yeah. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent
Stupid
to steal.
fuck.
They talk about watching ethically, but I learned not to steal when I was 5.
I'm a brutally honest guy. You know, I might have snuck an extra pack of 5 gum in my pocket out of a local 7-Eleven. And, you know, I might have considered stealing a PS5.
Oh my
during the
God.
BLM
What the
riot.
hell happened there?
In my
Is that a
pocket
Black
out of
Friday?
7-Eleven. And, you know, I might have considered
Literally.
stealing
It is. It literally is. Hold on. No, it's summer. Never mind. It's not November. What the hell are they
a
doing?
PS5 during the BLM.
No, wait, hold on. I saw someone. Oh my God.
Gum in my pocket out of a local 7-Eleven. And, you know, I might have considered stealing a PS5 during the BLM riots.
During the BLM. Okay, that makes sense. It was during summer. Wait, that was during COVID though. Damn. That many people were trying to like run for a PS5. When did it even come out? The PS5, did it come out to the... Wow, I'm 5 years, I'm unk. Jesus Christ.
And joining in the cause, but nevertheless, this is a lot of damages. She had 50,000 viewers.
Up next is Jen.
Oh my God, dude, you had a free boost in viewership, and you just squandered it by doing jack all. Denims, thank you. Okay.
Here's some quotes from Denims. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to
Oof.
stream it. That.
You just like shooting yourself in the foot.
Explicit. Denim said, quote, well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content.
What content?
Loki got him hook, line, and sinker.
After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm gonna go pee, and hopefully, when I'm back, they're done with this.
My brain is melting.
You do look better.
This is stolen valor from Pokimane.
Yeah, I'm gonna stream it since he confirmed it's coming out today. We're gonna stream it. If you wanna watch it with someone else who's already watching it. You know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow.
No. The of self-own never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like I think filler content.
Who is this guy? Where did he pop out? JXC? Who's... I've heard that name. Wait, he might be like a commentary freak. That like nobody likes. He might be like a commentary exile.
do it. I know I do it as a React streamer. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that, because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team.
I don't think the law takes into account from who you're stealing from. You know, if I steal from Walmart versus me stealing from a mom and pop store, I'm still gonna get hit with the same exact thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That, my friend, is called theft, and you're a thief, and now I'm suing you. This is just a testimony to
So, like, their
brave and
intelligence?
how safe they've, you know, gotten. That she thinks she can go out in public on video and say shit like, I'm stealing this content because I want to. I'm coping even though I know it's stealing.
Copium cesium.
When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original. Like, you are way too comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
3 separate lawsuits for 3 separate geniuses.
I feel like low-key these 3 are kind of cooked because they essentially admitted to it, and I think the big thing here is the fact that he actually registered this content. That's what
I wonder how long that took.
crazy.
What I do hope, though, is that you'll support their crowdfunding efforts to defend themselves. Because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me to win my lawsuits. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great time.
He's a bit of a cheeser, though, not gonna lie, huh? Somebody donated to Denims. Here's $5 to give to Ethan Klein.
Yeah, he's gonna lose. Or no, not he's gonna. They're gonna lose.
I have no case. Just kidding. I'm gonna refund you. Oh wait, never mind. He's suing me. Can I please have the money again? She's actually getting herself suited to poverty. Hassan even responded saying, washed up old YouTubers will do anything instead of taking some time off and going to therapy.
What therapy?
Start begging Hassan Piker for a big donation because it ain't looking good so far. Well, that's about it. See ya.
Yeah, she better
know where to invest.
She I don't even know a good joke for that. Yeah, I got nothing. I know she has an OnlyFans, so she might have to resort to that. Oh well. All right, now that's done. There's a part 2, released a day ago. So let's see that.
Too stupid to shut up.
Hold on, I need to check. Hold on. Has anything happened? Oh, please don't be something bad, please. Oh snap. Okay, what is this? Ooh. Okay. No. Flat. Okay. What in what? Okay, that's. No. Dad claims he asked Anissa if the H3 content cop would wait until after Creative Clash. She told him the video had to come out then. I don't know what that's all about. Is that the iDubbbz Creator Clash video? I don't really care about that one. It was terrible. iDubbbz backstabbed his friend. Let's see. Any new developments?
Sued and is making her case worse. Check this out.
I think we all know, Ethan, the audience that you are trying to obtain.
Irrelevant. The judge doesn't care what audience he's trying to obtain. Nice try, though.
To pretend like the people that you're suing just happen to be women and that there isn't a...
They happen to be women because you decided to commit copyright infringement. Would it have mattered if it was 2 women and 1 guy? One woman and 2 guys? It doesn't matter. You committed it. That's your fault.
A very obvious desire to obtain viewers that are the most sexist people possible.
How can we be... How? He's literally married. How is that even relevant? He has kids. That doesn't make any sense.
No foundation. The bald streamer who looks like Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog said it best.
Go into court and say that. Tell him. Go to the judge and say, well, it's just because he hates women. He should let me get away with breaking the law because he's a woman hater. Well, why is he a woman hater? He's really mean to me. Yeah, Twitter might fall for that
You know, quite frankly, Denims isn't the sharpest tool in the shed, and at this rate, she's probably not even in the shed. She's on the streets begging for change.
How's the lawsuit going? Nowhere, because Ethan Klein's too much of a... Sue me?
Yeah,
oh wait, that was April. Ooh. Oh, there was just time and waiting. What? Oh, I forgot the quote. It was like a cool quote I saw. I can't remember where it's from.
For ya.
I like the Mario.
He wanted to sue me. Guess what? Still no lawsuit.
Hold on, I need to look at something on Hoi 4. Am I doing anything wrong? No, I'm not. I want to move to Warcon. I need to do this. I'm falling behind because I'm not paying attention. The long wean of the law rarely comes lubed. No, they're gonna get the full thing. Some asshole just drove by my house on a motorcycle. Thank you. Hello, Senju.
Oh my god, he's so made.
Joey.
All the people you could be edging on to sue you, I don't think a Jewish millionaire would be in my top 5, but I digress.
Start playing the Hava the I don't know how to pronounce it. That's stereotypical song. Start playing it.
Not even Saul can help her, and she still hasn't called.
I'm actually pretty certain that his lawyer told him to stop going after me. His lawyer most likely said, dude, like, you, like, need to stop. Like, you actually need to stop. Whatever, you think I'm an idiot? You think I'm the dumbest person alive?
Yes.
That's fine. Go read the lawsuit. Maybe if you don't want to respect me, you can go respect a judge and a lawyer.
In retrospect, it's funny to watch all the old clips because she didn't think Ethan was actually going to pull.
Yeah, she's eating her words right now.
Like, oh, but I'm a woman.
You know, and to all the detractors who are saying that I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing.
Yeah, Hava Nagita. Or Navglina. We do not care.
I don't care.
Yeah.
They straight up predicted what they were going to say, and they still are using that defense. The only similarity between the three stooges here is that they're all women, so they're really going with that one.
Oh, and the other
Not
three
the strongest.
also does that mean that Ethan hates people? I don't know about that there, Denims.
Not only are you probably going to lose in court, you're losing to a Genshin Impact player with a berserk attitude. No matter what you try to say,
That's true.
Ethan, like, you still violated copyright. And no, to all the morons that still think Ethan entrapped them, that's not even a real thing. Entrapment applies to law enforcement.
Yeah, I said it earlier.
Civilians, you morons. Hey guys, I'm about to entrap a burglar by installing a home security system. Whoa. Don't listen to me, listen to this lawyer right here.
Got here wondering if what Ethan did is considered entrapment. Sorry, and once again, I want to explain this stuff. I'm just laughing in general. So, and that's not a thing. You're probably thinking about like police entrapment or something else different. This is not criminal. This is copyright infringement.
This is civil.
I'm not a legal expert, but posting a video admitting you intentionally targeted specific.
I like how they're not self-aware enough to know what they're typing. I'm not a legal expert. Yeah, I'm gonna say the most brain-dead thing and thinking I'm a legal expert. Okay. You have the onion on your fedora. On what is that, Grimace? A dinosaur? A blob? You have a blob wearing a fedora with the onion symbol on it. Not very smart. Oh, it literally says onion people. Okay, I can't read.
Then you laid all this out as a trap, it seems like it will lead to automatic loss, right? Alright guys, I literally live in Canada, I can't be racist. And I went to right? Alright guys, I literally live in Canada.
No way! Based. We got New Delhi in Canada. New Delhi.
I can't be racist. And I went to my favorite Indian restaurant the other day. I got myself a honey cruller and a double-double. Even French Canadians hate denims. XQC chimed in.
This denims person that was being weird and antagonizing me in real life at that party about the lawsuit when I was going through it. Right? Hey buddy, enjoy the legal bill and enjoy the lawsuit. You fucking deserve it. You absolute cucklord. Hey, enjoy the fat bill, you moron.
It really is a nightmare on Denim Street. She has to reap what she sowed. But
Yep.
genuinely, somebody get this woman a lawyer because she's digging herself into a deeper hole.
Why? It's funny. It makes it easier. It's like having your difficulty lowered by the AI just becoming dumber. Like, you don't even have to do anything. The AI just, like, decides to completely ignore you even though you're in front of them and run off the cliff. That's basically what she's doing. Do not read it. Yeah, do not read it.
You check your bank account and like Chase accidentally refunded you an extra $50. You might look at that and be like they were supposed to refund you for some charge or something, and then they accidentally gave you another $50. And you see that.
That's called tax fraud. You're literally describing tax. It's like if Chase refunded you $100 when you only needed $2. Yeah, that's like getting a blank check from the IRS and then putting $1 million, cashing it in, and then expecting while you're getting ass clapped by the IRS and other government agencies. The only reason people even watch Denims is because she's good looking. Yeah, that's true. But she barely even does anything cool with it. Like, she could be in cosplay, doing... She completely ditched the hot tub meta. She'd probably have double the viewers if she did that. But no. She's just, like, lobotomizing her viewers live. More than Hassan, surprisingly.
And you're like, I didn't see anything. Well, listen, they can correct it. They can find it themselves. They can correct it. I don't really care that much, all right? I don't really care that much.
No, yeah, okay.
We're going with this, but I'm all ears. You know, I'm listening.
If some old lady on the street is like, hey, you know, do you have change for a $10 bill? Nobody carries cash around. But like, do you have change for a $10 bill? I just need to pay the meter. And she hands you a $50 bill instead of a $10 bill and says, oh, you know, times are so tough right now.
Did she just compare a Jewish man to Chase?
50?
Airheads.
One of those feels morally worse. One of those feels like you're stealing from someone who does need it, or you're stealing from, I don't know, not a corporation. One of those feels
Corpro.
worse. We're not talking about legality.
Maybe you should, because you're literally justifying stealing while being sued for
Literally.
stealing. Hello?
It's theft
There are no thoughts in that brain.
Go. ShopGranger.com for the product you need delivered.
regardless. We're talking about what is morally worse. It's theft regardless.
You're digging yourself into a deeper pit. It's theft regardless. Denims, the queen of
Self-owned.
The queen of self-owned. You can tell she doesn't have a lawyer yet. Yup. Can 100% tell that. And the funny thing is, Denims might not even be the dumbest out of all.
How?
Rogan straight up Bravo 6 went...
Deleting your videos isn't gonna do anything. You think Twitch doesn't have like a back catalog of things you've done? Why? Why would you even try? Just leave it up. It makes you look worse.
Went dark and deleted all her videos. But Caseytron here takes the whole cake. You won't even believe what you're gonna witness here.
Just because I didn't react to his stupid video, he had to make up that
We got Hulk Frogan over here. Jesus Christ. That's a good one right there. We got a little old with Jabba the Hutt. We got Hulk Frogan.
Put a video of me smoking over his stupid video to get attention.
She has abused so many drugs, she actually just doesn't believe that she watched that video in the
She was in a different universe.
I don't give a fuck about your video. Like, I don't know. I don't recall.
She talks with the same like cadence of rhythm that people that girls in my when I used to go to school with would talk in when they didn't do their work and they were in a project with you. They would just talk to each other and they'd be like, "Oh my god, this is so boring. I hate this teacher." That's the way she talks, and it's so much more annoying.
All reacting to it.
Gee, I wonder why she couldn't recall that, huh? It looks like we got a mystery. We got some Blue's Clues.
I do not remember. I don't know. I may have been under the influence, but I do not recall reacting to it.
Dude, you admit being I might be under the influence. While you have like 7 different smoking devices. You literally have a plastic bag you're huffing into.
Been under the influence is putting it very generously. And wow, she still raised $9,000, Your Honor. In my client's defense, she's she doesn't even need therapy at this rate. She needs a rehab. She was scared of stoners in my comments section. People were like, yeah, I smoke every day for years and I'm scared of her. That's why there's a raging misogynist who hates women. Excellent piece by...
He's married. He has kids. He hates women? Make that make sense.
I don't care. Majority female audience, by the way. She's mad I'm more for the girlies than she'll ever be. It's not his fault that the only 3 people dumb enough to admit they were essentially stealing his video.
Oh my god, this is not pre-watch, guys. I did not pre-watch this. I literally called it. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I called it. I knew he...
Woman. I do want to say one thing though. I do feel a bit bad for Frogan because considering her size, she gets an unproportional larger amount of hate.
Base?
Unproportional larger amount of hate.
Jabba the Hutt reacting to herself. Oh my god. Wait, oh. That's amazing.
Yeah, Frogan's definitely going to be living on the street, but Denims has managed to raise $29,000.
No, that's the thing. She basically threw any of her life away. She has like a clear digital footprint of everything she said, while she has like some science degree that could actually make money compared to what she's doing now. Time to play Sea of Thieves. All right, Joey. How should I say this without getting completely destroyed? Become a Goldstein.
Of which the money will probably go to Ethan Klein, but the funny thing is, even Hassan didn't donate. He just dropped a little retweet from his ivory tower. Ethan, I supported you when you were in fair use nonsense when I was a teen. I'm not gonna let you do that to a woman you...
$1,000? Where did you pull $1,000 out of your ass? Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations, you were a parasocial loser as a teenager, and you're still that as an adult. How can you crowdsource a legal defense when there's a genocide happening?
Ooh.
Checkmate. Dr. Eggman. Denims and Casey begging for 100k. Frogan begging for 200k. I guess legal fees increase if you're over a certain weight limit. Whoever coined the name for Jabba the Hutt is insane.
The Hutt. Yeah. Oh my god, it fits so well. Wait, hold on. There is a bunch. Hold on. What do we call it? There exist a bunch of Hutts in the Star Wars universe. One of them looks like that. I forgot the name of it, but it looks exactly like her.
We think that she's a good person.
Cucks.
None of this would have ever happened if this dude just squatted 200 pounds parallel. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of people supporting Ethan Klein aren't even like, enjoyers of his content or his rhetoric. It's the classic, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm a bit I remember Twitch when it was
25?
focused on gaming and not just chatting and politics. And, it was a better platform back then.
After Dennis closed her GoFundMe last time, she actually started talking shit about GoFundMe and how shady they are. And
Oh my god. And she's using it again.
Making a valid point, but then as soon as she needed them again, she went running
Yup.
right back into their arms.
It just shows the hypocrisy. They're quick to jump on it, but as soon as it affects their bottom line,
Holy
Hey-oh.
guys,
That's the same thing.
everybody
That's the same energy.
outside of her own clique. That is hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, I saved the best for last. Ethan Klein's War on Women, an actual article.
War on women, eh? Okay. Let's see what brain dead takes she's gonna do.
The stinkiest, fattest person you know probably read all of this, but I am not going to. So instead, I got ChatGPT to put it in Fortnite terms. Ethan dropped a lawsuit nuke meant for Hassan, but third-party 3 bot streamers made him out. Now they're crying in the storm with no mats, launching GoFundMe's like medkits, while the article builds a rage-fueled tower yelling sexism. All while ignoring they ran face first into a trap box with 0.
Wait, why is it actually good?
Does need it, or you're stealing from, I don't know, not a corporation. One of those feels worse.
Stealing is stealing. It doesn't matter who.
We're not talking about legality.
We are friends with Denims. We think that she's a good person.
Subscribe to the channel
no.
to become a cuck like iDubbbz, but unfortunately, we ran out of time for this video.
No.
Dude. Fuck it.
America did not deserve any sort of attack by some terrorist organization, Hassan. Wait. Are you even from the US? I don't know, maybe. Let me check my phone. Is he even? Is Hassan a Nepo baby? Oh my god. Oh, okay, he was born in New Jersey. Okay. I thought he was like... I heard somewhere like earlier, before all this drama went huge, that he was born in Turkey and then moved to New Jersey. I didn't know he... Okay. Who cares? Let's check Twitter again. I'm scared. Don't be anything bad. Don't be... No. No. Overt anti-Semitism. Socially unacceptable. Covert anti-Semitism. Okay. Cool. No. Hold on. Oh, okay, here we go. I'm looking at it. Okay. Nothing has changed. Just cool fan art. I'm getting a lot of Danganronpa fan art. No, no, no. Okay, whatever. What time is it? I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. Sorry to everyone that was here. Oh my god. My neck. I slept wrong and my neck hurts. I had some stomach issues at the most unopportune time. But I'm back. Alright, what has happened? I'm scared. Oh wait, I still have my the Twitter thing off. Alright, guys. I'm just settling back in. Now that we're back... Oh, no. Oh, no. Ooh. Okay. What are we doing next? We watched some drama. Do we have any spooky videos? Oh my god. Do I really want to watch Most Unfair Backrooms level 9 to 100? Are you serious? I don't think I want to do that. I don't care enough about the backrooms. Let's see what else there is. What is there? No, no. Don't care, don't care. Scariest paranormal things on live stream? No. There's something on the news. Man, where's all the spooky shit? Oh, hold on. I think I might have found one. Maybe. Maybe. What is this? Chilling scares. Disturbing 5 disturbing mysteries on Reddit. Missing persons photos after they went missing. Disturbing crimes caught on Google. No, I want ghost stuff. I don't care about real life things. Caving videos, audio, innocent looking videos. No. Urban legends that turned out to be true. Okay, let's do disturbing encounters in the woods. Okay, let's do that. Let's see what's disturbing disturbing encounters in the woods. Oh, there's actually a good bit amount. Okay.
With the world in chaos, what's really needed is someone
Okay,
to finally
schizoid.
make sense of humans.
Daniel O'Neill is
Okay. We're back. Let's see what this is.
a YouTuber from the UK with a channel called English Woodsman, where he's
Okay.
been uploading videos of his wild camping, stealth camping, and woodland camping trips in the UK for almost 10 years.
Ooh.
Most of the channel's videos feature Daniel reviewing camping gear for his viewers and showing footage of his adventures in the great outdoors. For the most part, they're pretty tame, but in August 2023, he uploaded a video of his camping trip in the woodlands close to his home, and
Okay.
the footage is pretty disturbing. The
Well,
first
what
part
happened?
of the video pretty much just shows Daniel walking through the woods and talking to his subscribers, eating berries, and pointing out the sights on the way to the campsite. At several points along the way, he pauses to mention the footprints and garbage he sees lying on the trail, indicating other people had been there in the last few days.
I don't know. If it was me and I was living in the UK, I wouldn't go camping in the woods by myself. There's no right to own guns. You don't have any protection. You can't even own a knife anymore. I feel like it'd just be a bad idea in general. I don't know why anyone would want to do that.
Someone's been here. There's a lot of rubbish around here.
Someone been here. rubbish around here.
Yeah, look at the state of this.
Oh my god.
It does get used,
It's a homeless guy.
After about a 20-minute walk, he sits down at a clearing where he plans to set up camp for the night and leans back on a tree to eat his noodles as he talks to the camera.
I like noodles.
It's not until around 25 minutes into the video that things start to get seriously disturbing for Daniel.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Out Friday night, but I'm going away Saturday, so I've got a bit of a drive as well, so I didn't want to be tired, and it's going to throw it down Friday night as well, and rain camping is really good.
Those are some loud ass footsteps. They're not even trying to hide. Oh my god.
Is that a badger? Hello?
Nah. Why are you just sitting there? Get up.
Human-like footsteps could be heard right behind Daniel. As soon as he turns around to scan his environment, there's nobody in sight. What's most disturbing is that as soon as he turned around and yelled hello, the footsteps immediately stopped.
You were trying to jump
For
him.
the next few minutes, he sits down and tries to regain his composure as he sips his coffee and eats his noodles. But things only continue to get even more creepy as the sun begins to set.
I wouldn't stay there. I would have left.
There's that noise again now.
Maybe you should get out of there.
Hello? Hello? You got a bit of that. There's nobody here.
No, but yeah.
About 40 minutes into the video, the footstep noises can be heard again, and this time it sounds like they're getting closer to Daniel. By this point, most people would have hightailed it out of there.
Yeah, I would have ran.
But Daniel decides to sit back down to finish his dinner as he tries to calm his nerves for the second time. Amazingly, a few minutes later, it almost seems like he completely forgets about the footsteps and manages to think about less disturbing things, which is honestly pretty impressive. But as darkness sets in,
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Start up again.
My god.
I'm going to be honest. I can't stay here now. I'm going to be a wimp. I don't care if people call me a wimp in the comments.
A wimp.
But
Nobody would call you a wimp, bruh.
can't stay here.
I can't even blame you.
I'm too unsettled. I'm nervous. I've done camping like this loads of times. I think I'm going to go find somewhere else to get this bivvy set up. But I'm leaving this spot.
Oh, hell no.
After this third incident, Daniel decides to head somewhere else for the night to play it safe. It's hard to know what exactly was making those sounds, but because they sound
An animal?
similar to human footsteps, it's possible that Daniel was being stalked by someone in the woods.
Yeah.
This is obviously incredibly dangerous, as you can never really trust someone's intentions when you're in such a vulnerable
Yeah, especially in the
position
UK.
by yourself in unknown territory. It was either that or an animal walking through the grass, but because Daniel mentioned the grass was a little wet and wouldn't have made that dry sound if an animal stepped on it, this is pretty unlikely. Also, many people in the comments mentioned that no animal walks that uniform and steady. They stop, go, and change pace constantly. Either way, it's a good thing he decided to leave, because who knows what could have happened to Daniel.
Probably something terrible.
One of the most annoying things to me is spam texts and phone calls.
Oh my god.
You would actually be surprised.
Okay,
by the
cool
amount of
ad. Cool ad, bro.
This stolen data included full impact on our overall business. All these businesses happily Colorado, made up of almost entirely.
Ooh, Colorado. That looks beautiful.
Range is part of a front range of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, made up of almost entirely public land within the Pike National Forest. In the summer, you'll find lots of bikers enjoying the Rampant Range's elaborate trail system and exploring the great outdoors. For the most part, this part of Colorado is a paradise for anyone who enjoys spending time in nature. But over the past few years, there's been a pretty alarming trend on the rise, with random people setting up wires on trees at
Oh,
just
hell
about
no.
head height in an effort to seriously injure bikers on the trail.
Or decapitate
In
them. Oh my
2019,
god.
A post describing this terrifying trend was uploaded to Facebook. And disturbingly, the uploader mentioned that one of his high school friends had lost his life as a result of running into a similar wire on a trail. Immediately, people jumped into the comments to point out how incredibly messed up it would be to do something like this, and how this kind of evil needs to be categorized as attempted murder if the suspects are ever caught. A couple of
They're
years
never
before
caught.
that post was made, in 2017, 2 motorbike riders uploaded a video to YouTube of their encounter with a similar wire, and although nothing happened to them, it was a very close call.
Yeah, let's see. Ooh. Oh, it wasn't that tight, but oh my god. Why would you? Why? Just what would be the purpose?
When these wires are set up off-trail, it can be hard to tell whether they were placed there out of malice or if a random camper or farmer placed the wires there to hang up clothes or something similar.
No, that doesn't make sense.
But in
Nobody
cases
lives
like
there.
these where the wires are specifically placed on the trail, there's really only one reason people would do that, and
Yeah,
that's to bring
exactly.
serious harm to bikers for some reason. Possibly they're annoyed with the constant loud sound of the bikes near their property or something else.
That still wouldn't make sense.
But hopefully more measures can be taken in the future to prevent more people from getting hurt,
Yeah.
especially because it's not uncommon to hear about motorbikers and snowmobilers losing their lives over this kind of stuff.
What the hell is this? Okay, cool.
This audio was uploaded to YouTube by a user named ForestFire21. He recorded it around 2 a.m. in December 2014. The uploader lives in a forest, and he mentioned that the noises in the audio were coming from deep in the woods behind his house.
Nah. What the hell? I don't like hearing that.
It's hard to make out what the child is yelling, but after listening closely, several users jumped in the comments to point out that you can also hear an adult voice yelling, "Where are you?" In addition to the young female voice making most of the noise, this quieter, more subtle male voice that can also be heard in the audio
Where are
makes
you?
the whole incident that much more disturbing. Near the end of the video, the uploader mentions that after that night, he checked the news every day to see if he could find some explanation for the screams.
And then there was
He
none.
never did. The fact that the screaming was captured at around 2 a.m. in the freezing cold weather and in the middle of the woods indicates that the uploader could have genuinely recorded something pretty sinister taking place that night.
You don't
It's hard
say.
to tell why the uploader would record and upload the audio instead of immediately calling the police after hearing a female voice in such obvious distress. But at
Could they
this
be able
point,
to find
there's
them?
not much that can be
Yeah.
done about it. And who knows, maybe the uploader did call the police. There wasn't much context given in the video's description.
Maybe it was fake?
We can only hope that whatever problem happened that night was eventually solved, but based on the shrillness of the screams and the strangeness of the whole situation, we probably won't ever be able to know for sure.
It could have been a mountain lion or something.
Lisa is a life coach and YouTuber who often
Asleep
uploads videos
5
of what it's
decades,
like
okay.
living in her van and traveling the country on her own.
Why?
One afternoon in 2022,
Why would you do
Lisa
that to
parked her
yourself?
van on the side of the road and left the side door of her van open while she cooked.
Oh my god.
When suddenly a sketchy-looking guy approached her, poked his head in her van without her permission, and started asking her some pretty bizarre questions
Yeah.
in French, a language Lisa doesn't speak. When she mentioned she didn't understand what he was saying, he pulled out a translator app to try to communicate with her, which obviously made her pretty uncomfortable, especially since
Yeah,
she
like,
wasn't
go away.
interested in talking to him in the first place after he invaded her personal space. After watching the guy struggle to use Google Translate for a few minutes, Lisa decided she'd had enough and shut the side door in his face, also closing the curtain to make sure the guy got the hint. Strangely, for over half an hour, the guy then stood outside in the rain and tinkered with the translator app to try to communicate with Lisa, even after she made it more than obvious that
Why?
she had nothing to do with him.
Go away, bro.
Okay, he just moved even closer so that I can't move out, and so that I can't go forward.
Just gun it. Just like run. Take your opportunity and leave.
Please leave. Please leave, you sketchy, sketchy person. Please leave.
This is why you should never go doing any of this alone. Like, let that be a lesson.
With a very shady demeanor, the man snuck into the bushes and pretty much just stalked Lisa from a distance.
The hell?
She thought she couldn't see him. As the sun
You're not subtle.
Lisa kept an eye on the guy outside to make sure he didn't try to get close to her again. But the man just kept on bringing his car closer to her van and blocking her exit.
Then leave.
For more than half an hour.
This guy is really starting to freak me out. It's been like a half an hour and he just keeps on moving his vehicle so he can see in my van here. And anyways, it's 7 o'clock, 7 p.m.
Fortunately, just as darkness had begun to set in, a family in an RV pulled up right behind Lisa
Nice.
and spent the night in the same parking lot as her, which comforted her enough to stay there the entire evening.
No, I would leave.
Disturbingly, the guy left soon after the other family arrived, but came back about 3 hours later in the dead of night to check if Lisa was still there. When he saw the other family in the RV was also still in the parking lot, he left and didn't come back. The next morning, Lisa left early
Sketchy
and never
ass.
saw the guy again. It's hard to tell what the guy's exact intentions were, but based on his overall sketchy demeanor and questionable behavior, they couldn't have been anything good. The one thing we can be sure about is that it's a good thing the other family in the RV arrived
Moved
in
in.
the parking lot when they did. Otherwise, who knows what the man would have done to Lisa.
I mean, she could have just still, like, drove his ass over.
An Imager user uploaded a blog post where he talked about the time he went to visit a friend in northern Germany. According
Germany?
to the uploader, his friend told him about these pipes that he had found in the woods near his house.
What the heck? We got the Teletubby pipes right here.
The ground like periscopes. Apparently, his friend and his siblings played near the pipes as kids and knew that there were bunkers hidden below them, but their parents
Ooh.
never allowed them to get near them.
Well, it's
out of
Germany,
concern
so
for
yeah,
their
that makes
safety.
sense.
During the visit narrated in the blog post, the uploader and his friend decided to check out the pipes and finally go down into the bunkers that they never had permission to explore when they were younger, and they found some
That's
pretty
not
disturbing
smart.
stuff. A few hundred feet away from the trees, they found the entrance to the bunker covered with a loosely placed piece of wood that they easily removed with a crowbar. Once inside, all they could see were these long, seemingly endless hospital-like hallways that extended for thousands of feet under the
Dude, no. Why would you go in
As they
there?
ventured further and further into the maze of tunnels, they found graffiti on some of the walls, indicating they weren't the first people to get the
You wanna know what
idea.
I'd do? I'd be spray painting. Like, just tag the wall and then keep moving if I was really into that. Because you could get lost. Imagine getting lost down there and then your light goes out. You're cooked. There's no way out.
To explore the underground bunkers. To the explorer's horror, one of the walls deep inside the tunnels had the word "help" in German graffitied all over it.
Help, okay.
It's possible that it was just sprayed on there by another group of teens trying to be funny, but the eerie nature of the bunker coupled with the general state of disarray really makes you wonder if something more sinister took place down there. at some
Perhaps.
point, possibly even written by German soldiers in the later parts of World War II.
Yeah, it looks like
As
a
they
bunker.
traveled deeper into the bunker, they found some more disturbing graffiti, with one of the eeriest messages reading, "Hello Satan, I love you." Obviously, that's not the kind of message you want to see in a tunnel system.
You don't say.
like this, but the two friends decided to keep on
Why?
exploring anyway. After several hours down in the bunker, they ended up finding tons of more twisting, winding hallways, flooded rooms with old machines, and dark, narrow corridors that reached dead ends.
What the? It's all
Much more
flooded.
disturbing than the graffiti they had found a few hours earlier. The explorers managed to make it out of there safely and didn't go back there again.
Yeah, they're lucky they didn't find some eldritch
In
demon.
the summer of 2016, reports started surfacing that people
What is
were
that, a
finding
punji trap?
dangerous booby traps along a very well-known hiking trail in the High Mountain Park Preserve in Wayne, New Jersey. As per the police reports, the traps mostly consisted of boards with nails sticking out of them, barbed wire, broken bottles placed along the trails behind or near rocks or logs, and other
Oh, shit.
treacherous materials. As more and more complaints started coming in, police warned people to keep an eye out for the traps and even organized cleanup efforts to keep hikers safe during their treks. What's most disturbing is that these traps were clearly placed there to hurt people, as there's really no other reason to put nails and barbed wire on the ground in the middle of such a popular hiking trail. The fact that someone would take the time to get out on the trail, build a booby trap in such detail, and place it there with the intention to do harm to other people in their path.
At least it wasn't like poison, maybe.
It didn't take the cops too long to make an educated guess as to who was behind the whole thing.
Who?
Although they never found the individual suspects responsible for placing the traps
Oh,
on the trail,
great.
the sheriff's department determined that the traps had probably something to do with the feud between hikers and bikers who had been fighting over use of the trail for decades.
That is the stupidest. No. Wars have been fought over dumber things. You're using my trail. No, you're using my trail. No, it was promised to me. Really? You're fighting over a trail? Who cares? It's a hiking trail out in the forest. You're really gonna make a big deal about it?
According to many nearby residents, it's common for bikers on the trail to speed past the hikers without ringing their bells or announcing their presence.
Well, that's just being an asshole.
Several injuries and rising tensions between the two groups over the years. Still, it's hard to imagine that someone would take the issue to the point of trying to harm an entire group of people so maliciously with such brutal methods. Fortunately, no one was hurt as a result of the traps.
More forest? Nah, I want some ghost videos. Where's some good ghost videos? 9/11 iceberg, 3 hours. Mr. Ball and Mo. No. Need that real spooky shit. No crawling. Ooh, internet mysteries. That might be a good one. Animals aren't supposed to talk. War stories. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's see what this takes. Oh wait, hold on. I saw something.
Good morning, everybody.
Is that? No, I thought that was someone else. I thought I saw a video. Most disturbing cases of real found footage. Okay.
On August 15, 1989.
Let's see where this leads me. And no. There's not enough ghost stuff. How's it been going? It's been going pretty good. Right now I'm trying to find spooky videos, like I promised. Oh wait, hold on. Finding the origins of disturbing images on the internet. Okay, let's see.
About a month ago, I made a video where I
Is it loud enough? Hopefully it's loud enough.
found the origins to some obscure and disturbing images throughout the history.
We'll go from here. How much do you think to continue live? I usually stream for 2 hours, so probably like after this video, maybe. I had to use the bathroom for like 20 minutes, so that took up a lot of time.
Like I mentioned in that video, this topic has been done quite a few times. But I decided that I wasn't done yet, and that I wanted to cover some more obscure images that I
Like
haven't
what
really seen
obscure
before.
images?
These images are from all time periods and all corners of the internet.
I do like
Some
that.
of them used to scare me pretty bad as a kid, and maybe even used to scare you as well.
Ugh.
If you've been on YouTube Shorts anytime in the last few months, then there's a good chance that you've seen one of these FNAF videos.
Oh,
These
yeah, I've
videos
seen
are
them.
based off a now popular tweet from about a year ago by user Poco Chocos on X.
Well,
where they say,
that is a wild name.
So I'm playing the FNAF collection on PS4, and I got to the spring lock ending in FNAF 3. And then this shows up. It won't get off my screen no matter how much I try to turn my console off. The picture they attached to the tweet is pretty creepy.
That's a dark ass room, and you're sitting there playing it. That would scare the shit out of me. If it wouldn't turn off, that's even worse.
Especially if the story is true. The fact that this face is just staring at you in the dark as you fail to turn off your TV is something ripped straight out of an early 2010s creepypasta
Yep.
story. What's even more creepy, plugging the image into a reverse image search like TinEye, we get no matches. However, if it sounds like a bad creepypasta, that's because it is. The image shown is not an asset that appears in any of the FNAF games. Also, the X user kinda shot themselves in the foot by claiming that this happens on the PS4 collection version of the games. No game on console can hardlock your console or force close your game.
That's not true. Not Deltarune. Undertale. When it came out when it got ported to the PS4, it does a flowy like fake out crash, and it crashed my game. And then it started back up again. So not necessarily true. I think there's only like Undertale. I don't know if anyone else has done that, has had that happen, but that's what I remember happening to me.
Something akin to the Golden Freddy jump scare force closing your game on PC. Stuff like that just isn't possible on console. Even though it's just a fake post, it still didn't matter. Over the last few months, a ton of posts were made on YouTube and X of people reposting the tweet, and some people even making fake videos of the face appearing in-game. Even if the creators of the post did know where the image came from, they weren't saying anything, probably because they didn't want to ruin the scare factor by saying what the actual image is. This made me kinda happy actually. It's good to see FNAF creepypastas and fake virus hoaxes still
Back
being
up again.
created to this day.
Yeah.
So if it isn't real, where did the image come from? Just doing a quick Google search, a lot of people on Reddit were arguing about the origins of the image. Some people were claiming that it's the same face from the indie horror game, The Man in the Window.
Oh, I could see that.
Maybe a more realistic rendering
Yeah.
of the face. Others were claiming it was a photo of a husky.
Okay,
with the contrast turned all the way up.
This isn't Smile Dog. That's not the photo. That's not a picture of a husky. That doesn't make any sense either. It doesn't look nothing like a husky.
Something like the Smile Dog.
Yeah.
picture, which isn't a bad guess, as the eyes do look like dog eyes.
No.
The entire head shape looks like it could be a dog as well.
No, it doesn't.
So just by looking up phrases like scary dog eyes images, I was actually able to find this Reddit post from a little over 4 years ago on r/oddly terrifying by user Nox Verde. Cute dog in backseat.
Jesus Christ.
Origins of the face.
It is a dog
Although
then.
I'm not really sure if the original X user who made the FNAF creepypasta is the one who made the edit of the dog in this photo, as the FNAF face is clearly edited a bit. I mean, not that you really need to edit it much. This dog
That's kind of
is
creepy. Where's the ears? Ooh, Banana Man. That's not a disturbing image.
Growing up on the early days of YouTube and the internet in general, it was super common to see these strange, grotesque, reoccurring images. While not inherently scary, being a kid late night scrolling on the family computer,
Doom scrolling,
coming
sure.
across one of these was pretty frightening. Just like how we covered the Rat Girl image in the last video, I wanted to talk about another similar old image that was supposed to be funny, but used to freak me out as a kid. I also didn't want to just include inherently scary images in this video because that's just boring.
No, it's
This
not.
image, which was also popular as
How
a
would
kid,
that scare? If that's scary, oh my god, we're going back. This is like, if you were here to see that video, or it was like a childhood iceberg horror thing on the internet. This is the type of thing that guy put on his. This is the most disturbing, most niche, and it was something like this. This used to scare me as a kid. Why? What is scary about that? It looks like something out of either The Binding of Isaac or Super Meat Boy.
used to creep me out so much growing up.
Why?
And while researching this video, I learned I wasn't the only one. The image and GIF would appear scattered in a ton of different old game websites and a ton of different older YouTube videos.
Who is getting scared by this?
Images like the ugly girl guy or the rat girl that would just randomly appear in the middle of a
That's
video
that's creepy. That is a creepy image. This is not creepy. This is just weird.
had nothing to do with it.
Odin Valhalla Rising.
Oh my
now
God.
available on mobile and
Sweet
PC,
Jesus.
exclusively with Google Play Games.
I don't care.
One of the most popular instances I remember of seeing this green llama was in this
Yeah, try not to laugh.
video from
Doesn't
12
I think
years ago,
Sunday
which has
was it Sunday? I can't remember.
over 20 million views now. The video played normal funny clips from the time, but then at the end, the screen went black with text reading, "Good luck on this last one," before playing the gif of the green llama for about a minute straight, all while this distorted audio loop played in the background.
This is like Tom's the Tank Engine.
Try not to laugh? Brother, I'm trying not to piss my pants right
How?
now. I know it may seem a little silly.
Were you sheltered? I think this guy was sheltered as a kid.
Grown adult rewatching it now, but as like an 8-year-old watching that after seeing all the normal funny clips,
Hell no.
it was pretty freaky.
That was not creep. That was
Like,
not freaky.
1 second you're showing me the funny stormtrooper gif and everything's all laugh and giggles, and then you throw this creature in there with some Silent Hill ass music. Like I'm gonna be scared of it. Before researching for
Goofy,
this video, I actually thought that I was the only one scared of this creature.
No.
And that everyone else just thought it was funny. That was until I checked the comments on that Try Not to Laugh, and I realized several other people used to be terrified of this thing as well. I really think it's the teeth and blank, motionless expression on its face as it runs.
No.
I mean, that weird industrial sounding loop from the Try Not to Laugh did not help at all either. Also, this guy would just pop up everywhere. 1 second you're watching a funny flash animation, then boom, wiener looking llama with teeth and beady eyes just staring at you in the
But it's not scary. What part of it makes it scary?
Luckily, it didn't take very long.
Probably
to find that
4chan.
out. One of the YouTube comments from that popular Try Not to Laugh video
Is it 4chan?
called him a bunchy, so I decided to look that up, and it brought me to the Know Your Meme
Oh my
page
God.
for bunchy. Apparently, this guy has been around since 2003.
Damn.
And was first posted to the Penny Arcade forums, where he really blew up from there. According to Know Your Meme, he was originally illustrated by designer Aaron St. Goddard, with the GIF animation being created by Royal van Maasbergen. Aaron has since actually had a pretty impressive career working on several different TV shows and movies, such as Sausage Party, Tooth
Oh my
Fairy,
God.
and we're not going to talk about
Those
that
are like
one.
shit
I think
ass
it's very
movies.
interesting that a lot of the really strange art from the early days of the internet that used to freak us out had creators that eventually got to work on really big budget projects that we didn't even know they were a part of.
Okay, what's the next one? Come on, you're dragging it. Ugh, I've never seen that one.
Coming back to a more conventionally spooky image, there's always been one image that really stuck with me throughout the years, but I haven't seen it in years until recently. This image of a face in a dark room is pretty simple, but it used to terrify me when I was a kid. I specifically remember seeing it in a few of those try not to get scared challenges, and I've seen it popularly associated with the Don't Look at Mandu creepypasta.
Mandu?
I've also
What the
seen
hell's
it
a
loosely
Mandu?
associated with other creepypasta stories, but a lot of the lesser known stories will just take a generic scary image and they'll use that instead of making an original image.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I don't think that this specifically originates from any creepypasta story. Also, I remember seeing this image way back in the early 2010s, and it wasn't used in these creepypasta stories until 2018 from what I could find. So if it doesn't come from any of these creepypasta stories,
Then who
where
is
does
it?
it come
Yeah.
from? Plugging the image into Tin Eyes, we're able to see that the first instance of this image was from a post to r/creepy from a little over 10 years
Can you
ago.
see the eyes moving?
This version of the image is actually a GIF, but
That's
it just
cool.
has the camera shaking a bit and some static overlay.
Not
The
spooky,
person
though.
who made this post confirmed that they did not create the image, but maybe there's another clue here that can help.
Who did, though?
I was also able to find another post from only a year ago discussing what the origins of the image could be, but many people were claiming different things with no actual proof. Looking through some of the comments on the two Reddit posts, several people noted that the face looks a lot like one of those creepy Japanese mannequins, which, wow, this might
Wow,
actually be
Japan has
scary.
that?
Fun fact, these mannequins are used in Japanese stores to represent American people.
Why?
I was able to find some people saying they remember seeing the image back in 2011 on 4chan, and someone also mentioned that the image could be created as far back as 2006.
Jesus
as they
Christ.
mentioned they first saw it around that time. But nothing helped me as much as this comment that also claimed it was from 2006 and claimed it was from a website titled YTMND. YTMND,
Is it like a-
or You're the Man Now Dog, is a website started in 2001 that's basically a meme and image board. With this new information, it didn't take long for me to scour YTMND and
I
find
hate
this
scouring those
post.
old websites.
This is a post made in 2006 by user Roku titled "A Fairly Tense Situation." This is the original version of the image created by Roku. Roku even states that the background is just a room in his house, slightly edited. I
What?
couldn't find an exact source for what was used to make the face in the image, although I'm pretty sure it was one of those American, Japanese, creepy mannequins that were popularized in the early 2000s. Usually when I find the origins of an image that used to scare me, I try
Whoa.
to heal my trauma in a way, and the image ceases to freak me out. However, my brain isn't really sure what to do when I discover that the source for the image is even scarier than the image itself.
Well, that's why you don't go looking for the unknown. Oh, there's another. Oh shit. Dolphin. Oh, I know. Oh, I thought it was like Dolphin Man. There's like. My friend showed me a video a couple weeks ago about this like furry thing where like certain furries want to be like half animal or something, or like want to morph their body, like do surgery to turn themselves into furries. I thought that's what this was gonna be about.
When I started to make this series, I wanted to stay away from those cursed images, as they were more of a newer trend, and I only wanted to use images that personally freaked me out. However, this image of what looks to be a dolphin in a dark tank has actually been around a lot longer than the cursed images trend, despite being associated with it, and it used to freak me out pretty bad when I was a kid.
Why?
I used to see it a lot, specifically used in those 3 scary abandoned aquarium videos, and just in general on scary threads. More recently, I've seen it used, like I said, in those cursed image collections, but I scoured some videos covering those, and I couldn't find anyone talking about the dolphin image or its origins. So where does this image
I swear, people who become animals, or they are creepy, or they make questions, just why did they even think become a random? I think it has to do with like trauma, or they just like when they were a kid, they were like, "Mommy, I want to be a cat, meow." Like, and then their mom was just like, "All right, sweetie, you can't become an animal. You can't do that." They just fed into it. They're like, "Yeah, you could be whatever you want." That's my guess to why people just want to just do that. And then there was also the obvious factor of like they like to get freaky in the animal suits, which whatever. Okay, you do you. That's my best guess to why people just want to become random animals.
from, and is it even real? First things first.
No, it's not real.
Plugging the
That doesn't
image
look real
into
at all.
reverse image search shows that the first instance of the image on the internet comes from a NeoGAF thread about creepy images all the way back in 2012.
The hell's
dolphin image
NeoGAF?
was just placed in there about halfway down the thread. Oh wait, we know that guy. This
Huh.
version of the dolphin image actually has a date stamped in the corner. It's a little hard to make out, but I believe it says August 9th, 2001. Looking through some of the other old results in the reverse image search, I found this Tumblr post also from 2012 that also has the date stamped in the corner. So this is definitely the original version of the image. The newer and more popular version was edited slightly to make it more dark and remove the date from the corner. I tried to get in contact with the NeoGAF user who originally posted the image to the internet, but I couldn't get in contact as it appears they're not active anymore.
Oh.
I tried to post to Reddit on a few different help me find subreddits, and I really only got information that I already knew. One person did actually respond and say, "Security officer at an aquarium," if I remember correctly, but with no further information for me to go
Wow,
off
that's
of.
some great help.
I also saw a couple more versions of this dolphin to make him look like something
Goofy
out of
on teeth.
Subnautica. But as of right now, sadly, I'm at a dead end with this image. I've searched countlessly the last few nights, but I couldn't find anything else. If you have any information about its origins or your personal experiences with seeing this image, please let me know in the comments though, because I'm genuinely stumped on it.
He didn't do his hard enough work.
Creatures who had me stumped. Someone reached out to me on Reddit and provided the origins to the realistic Squidward image from the last video. Apparently it was made by
Ugh.
Commander in 2007 on DeviantArt, who was actually
Damn,
the same
DeviantArt's
guy
that
who
old?
made the realistic Patrick image, which makes a lot of sense. Hopefully someone can come through and provide the origins on this sea creature now.
That was it. Oh, okay, let's see. Let's see the next one. Hopefully it's not buns. Oh, that's a good one.
If you were super into creepypastas or
Yup.
just internet horror in general in the late 2000s,
I was
you
into
may have
that
heard of the
when I was like
Grifter
in elementary school.
creepypasta. The Grifter was a creepypasta created and posted to 4chan in 2009 by a user named the Solopsist.
What the hell?
The story wasn't very good and was your generic cursed video story that a lot of the early creepypasta stories followed back in the day. In the original 4chan thread, the Solopsist claimed that there is a video out there titled The Grifter, and that viewing it, it would take such a huge toll on your mental state because it was so disturbing.
Sure.
Solopsist also posted 3 alleged screenshots from the video in the thread that are pretty eerie. He then went on in a later thread to further discuss details about the video, and this led to a ton of users on 4chan at the time to post their own experiences of watching the Grifter video and how it
Nothing
affected
happened.
them. A bit later in September 2009,
Anyone who genuinely believes in them deserves, like, needs to get checked, like their brain scan, because there's no way people actually believe in a bunch of this. I don't care how real am I saying. Come on, you really think that something like this would exist? It's like with people with weird monsters.
A user named Joe Jacob 666 would post a video titled The Grifter, which was allegedly the Grifter video that everyone was losing their minds over. Joe Jacob would use a ton of the details and images from the original 4chan post to stitch together this scary video that is supposed to be the infamous Grifter video. Scare Theater made a video a while back debunking the entire thing, as a lot of the visuals used in this video and the original 4chan thread were visuals from the trailer of a film called Little Odick.
What the hell?
All of them except for this image that flashes halfway
Jeez.
through the video.
How do you even find
This
that?
image is super out of place, even in the randomness that is the Grifter video. It was also never spoken about by Scare Theater or anyone else that I've seen.
It sounds kind of important to like not speak about it.
After the Grifter video was posted to YouTube, many people would begin taking that image from halfway through the video and making their own scary post about it, leading it to spread throughout every corner of the internet. I remember seeing it on the thumbnail for a scary video back in the day and being traumatized by it.
Traumatized, guys. I was traumatized by this honestly shitty image. It looks like a weird clown. It looks like if Ronald McDonald was in the 1940s. It makes no sense.
So if it wasn't also ripped from the Little Odick trailer like everything else from the Grifter video, where did it come from? First, plugging it into a reverse image search, the oldest instance I could find for
Encyclopedia
this image was from
Dramatica.
an Encyclopedia
Oh, 9.
Dramatica page from October 19th, 2009, which was 2 months after it was used in the original Grifter video. So this can't be the original instance of the image on the internet.
Booking.com has all kinds of
Then what could it be?
back beach house is right for some, but off-brand.
I decided to try and track down the original creator of the Grifter creepypasta, and I actually found his Reddit account while searching through some Reddit posts about the Grifter story. He now goes by the name Fubens, and I was a little skeptical at first as he provided no proof other than his word that he was the original creator, but after digging through some really old posts on his Reddit account, I found this post from 12 years ago titled, "A collection of creepy images I made in Photoshop through the years." I couldn't access the image collection as the link was dead. However, someone commented and said, "Holy sh*, this was you? Dude, you're a legend." Clicking the link they attached, we're able to see
That's really old image. Oh my god.
Fubens replied, "I suppose between this stuff and the Grifter, I have some clout as far as creepy stuff goes. As for that particular pic, it was actually made before most of the stuff in the gallery, and I guess I got it right the first time since people seem to like it. Since that one, I've been trying to top it, but I don't know if the other ones really captivate that same kind of magic, you know? If there was any other doubt that Fubens was the creator, he basically did the rest of the work for me when someone replied to his reply asking, 'Do you have the original picture you altered?' Fubens replied with this link."
Jesus Christ.
The original unedited photo.
Where is that
seems
even
to be an
from?
Image of a child with cerebral palsy.
Oh, now I
won't
feel
say
bad.
Much more, as I feel like it's really distasteful that the edited image was even created in the first place.
Eh.
I hope this video can in some way prevent the edited version from being shared, as I still do see it being posted in some horror.
Wonk womp. Okay, who cares? It's the internet. Things are gonna happen. Saying it shouldn't is just gonna make it worse. It's already out there. It's been out there for like more than a decade. There's something you can do now.
Horror communities on the internet.
I do feel bad about it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Was there any obscure images that you
That was
know
a
of
shit
that
video.
missed?
I didn't like that. That being said, we're ending it on like a little bit of a stinker. I'm gonna be honest. That was not as scary as I thought it would be. Oh well. Yeah, if you liked it, someone if you're still there, or anyone else, I'm working on something big right now. Yeah, I know, another big video that will never see light of day, but it will. This one will. I've invested too much into it. Bye. Have a good day or night. Day. It's daytime right now. Hopefully you have a good day or night too. And hopefully you guys subscribe and we'll stay tuned. We're only gonna go up from here. Hopefully everyone's liking my VTuber model. I like it. And hopefully next time I'll find more riveting content to look at. But yeah. I'll see you guys later. See ya.